saying the same thing to put our mics off because it is not the sessions that we are used to. It is a graduation ceremony, as we all know. We have different speakers. We have different guests from different places. So I believe we will maintain all the rules that have been set before this graduation. Here is the program agenda, how the program will flow. I believe we all have it from our WhatsApp group, but we can still go through the agenda and know what is to come and at what time. First, we have a video introduction of AYA Research Lab. We have that is going to be done by Dr. Busaina Nagar. We have presentation of the graduates, the national anthem of Sierra Leone, the Gambia, and then the AU anthem. We have different amazing speakers that are going to be here with us today. And I believe we will maintain, as we said, we will maintain. Someone is saying they can hear me. We have 10 minutes to start the graduation. And I will continue on saying this. Can we put our mics off, please? Can we put our cameras on and put our mics off? Can we put our mics off, please? We are hearing noise from the background. Can we put our mics off, please?
Please put all your mics off, and everyone who is already on the live, please just find a very good position and sit down comfortably and all. No.
Yes. Again, we will say it again and again. Can we put our mics off and put our cameras on? Can we sit at a very comfortable place?
Michael.
Aisha, just a quick one, please.
Yes.
If you have any questions, it's just like the Zoom would be just like the ones we have during the training. Just go to the chat box, drop your questions. We'll try as much as possible to answer all your questions. At no point should anyone just, without your name being called, should you on your mic and start talking, please. Everyone should wait for their names. If there's anything, they will call out your names or something that you can put on your mics, please.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Mr. Mohammed. How are you?
Thank you. I'm as excited as the graduates. Thank you for inviting me for this special event. I'm very happy to be with you all today. How are you?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Okay, it is exactly 4 o'clock p.m. GMT. Welcome everyone to African Youth Architect Research Lab fourth batch graduation. Today we have amazing speakers, we have amazing guests, and our beautiful participants. But before anything, I would like to welcome you all to African Youth Architects fourth batch graduation of Research Lab, Create and Innovate SDG4. You are all welcome, and you will be very much delighted to hear from our amazing speakers. Before anything, I would like to introduce our amazing host for the day. Our host for the day is an amazing lady. She is called Dr. Busaina Nazar. She will take us through the event today. Dr. Nazar will be the host for the graduation ceremony of the first batch of AYA Research Lab, Create and Innovate SDG4. is a 15-year career lifetime. He is in a 15 years career lifetime. Multifaceted experience in education, both inclusive education and CVT. Accumulated from working in a number of positions with different international and national agencies, organizations such as USAID, UNESCO, GILS in Turkey, Cyprus, and Palestine. In her 15 years of career, Dr. Nasser focuses more on education, and education is something that she has truly been into, and it's something she has always truly been into. Dr. Nasser, you are highly welcome to host the event of African Youth Architects Research Lab Create and Innovate in SDG4 program. You are welcome.
Thank you, dear. I'm really happy to be among the graduates and with our keynote speakers. Greetings from Jerusalem. Let's enjoy 1 hour and a half together. Congratulations again and again. Thank you. So let's have the video. Let's see what is Aya Research Lab is about and what's about the program. So let's have the video there. Can we have the video introduction of Aya Research Lab, dears?
Yes, the videos shall be displayed here.
We cannot hear anything. There is no sound, dears. Please, if you adjust the sound. Thank you. Thank you so much. It seems that we got a problem in the voice again. We didn't hear the sounds, but anyhow, we could read the slides. Thank you again and again. So let's have our amazing graduates. If we could introduce the graduates. Please welcome all of them. Congratulations to all of you. You deserve it, dears. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of you. It's really nice from Aya Research Lab to have this beautiful introduction for our graduates. Congratulations again and again. Let's have our national anthem, please. Thank you. Wow, so beautiful. Let's start our graduation ceremony by welcoming and opening the opening remarks. Let's have Abdullah Muhammad Hussein, the president of Aya Research Lab. Welcome, Abdullah. Abdullahi.
Abdullahi. It's Abdullahi.
Abdullahi. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry,
It's
Abdullahi.
okay. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Excellencies, members of Aya, our graduates, all protocols duly respected. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon. As the president of Aya Research Lab and member of Aya Board of Management, I'm delighted to extend a warm welcome to you all. At this wonderful milestone in Aya's calendar, we celebrate the achievement of our students of the first batch of Create and Innovate SDG4. I am dissatisfied that we cannot gather today in person, something we took for granted, but not anymore. This is an unusual ceremony in an extraordinary time, which reminds of us the simple joy of being together. Our colleagues requested me to express our thanks and gratitude to each and every one of you for your presence. Your presence with us today means the world. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I once read a beautiful piece that said, the most valuable currency that exists is the effect that you have on others. Because if you can help enough people get what they want, you can have everything that you want. I am because you are. On this solemn occasion, it's about the spirit of Ubuntu that I want to share with you all. In a changing global context, in a globalized and interconnected world, with increasing manifestations of both solidarity and intolerance, food security, rising poverty and unemployment, climate change, in current educational system in developing countries, escalating incidents of violent extremism and acts of terrorism, xenophobia, deficiency in leadership, it's becoming indeed critical that educational system not only equip learners with the values, knowledge, and skills to address today's challenge, but institutions, government institutions, national institutions, international institutions, religious institutions, corporate bodies must as a matter of necessity not only engage young people and women in development process, but to ensure that today's growth initiative represents the spirit of the people, the spirit of Ubuntu. Only such prerogatives will determine the prospects for sustainable development and global peace. Congratulations to you all. You have customized that your degrees and your pathways to express who you are and what's meaningful for you, to prepare yourselves for a future that matters to you and to the world. We celebrate your commencement, knowing that your journey begins. Whether in graduates of Aya Research Lab as advocates for social injustice and environmental information technologists, health worker professionals, researchers, performers, public servants, economists, entrepreneurs, or business leaders, you will continue to serve and empower others in your own distinctive way and to live in the spirit of Aya. And this education as unravels of complexity, responsible fact checkers, open-minded, knowledge bearers, and most of all, persistent truth tellers. You have shown us that you challenge boundaries, break out of them, and redefine them, that you are individuals committed to each other, to social change, and to the planet. You are always connected, and you use that connectivity to change things for a better. And you are intrinsically a part of a global community. Today is a moment to reflect on how you spend your time here as the world has changed around us, to celebrate your engagement with facts, opinions, and interpretations in all that you do. Today is a day to acknowledge and celebrate your unwavering commitment to advance the causes and the knowledge that matters most in this time and to you. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, With your permission, may we give them a round of applause. This distinction.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you. This distinctions you are receiving today comes with the privilege to stand out as a star that will not shine for itself, but shine for truth, shine for equality, shine for justice, shine for proficiency, shine for innovation, shine for persistence, most importantly, shine for positive impact on Mother Africa and the world at large. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as inspired by our brother, John Legend, if you hear this message, wherever you are, I'm calling every woman, I'm calling every man, I'm calling every young person. We are a generation. We can't afford to waste the future. It started yesterday. We are already late. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, no one can win a war individually. No one will win the war against poverty alone. No one will win the war against unemployment alone. No one will win the war against violence and extremism, xenophobia alone. No one can win the combat against climate change and gender-based violence alone. All this takes the wisdom of elders with the young people's energy. As I look out at you, I see both great accomplishment and great hope. I see students' body that has challenged and lived and emboldened this institution and each one of us to live up to its promise, to your promise. I see one of the greatest incubators of all intellectual and social progress, and a collective compromising extraordinary individuals, accomplished graduates and mature thinkers who will make that progress their imperative. In the coming years, I am certain that we will hear more about their achievements in due course, but taken together, they have the potential to promote civil rights, equity, and opportunity, to eradicate systematic discrimination, to empower all Africans, to ensure access to education, and pave the way to the Africa we all want. Last but not least, today is your day. It's a time for you, friends and loved ones, to enjoy and to celebrate your achievements. To conclude, I will end with the following quotations by the world-renowned self-development guru, Master Brian Tracy. He once wrote the following: those people who develop the ability to continuously acquire new and better forms of knowledge that they can apply to their work and to their lives will be the movers and shakers in our society for the indefinite future. Do reflect upon the wise words of Master Brian Tracy and apply them into your lives. Asante sana, siyabonga, shukran, tashakular. Thank you very much. God bless you and God bless Africa. Thank you very much. Our graduation ceremony is official. Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Hayy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So as Mr. Abdul Hayy opened the ceremony, so please let's introduce our keynote speaker. Welcome our main keynote speaker.
Doctor.
Yes.
Yes,
Aisha.
Before we have our keynote speaker, can we have the national anthem of the two countries that are among the participants, please?
Play.
All right.
1, 2, 3, off.
Let's give her a round of applause. That was amazing from Sierra Leone. That was a Sierra Leone's national anthem. Now let's have the national anthem of the Gambia. This was so amazing. It was so beautiful. A young lady, young girl, sang that awesome national anthem of Sierra Leone. Thank you very much. Now, can we have the
Thank
Gambia
you.
national
I
anthem?
I lost you for a while. Thank you so much for that, Aisha. So as Mr. Abdelhai opened the ceremony officially, so let's have our keynote speaker. Is she with us?
Doctor, before we go with the keynote speaker, we still have the Gambia's national anthem to be displayed.
All right.
Yeah.
What is it? No, my brother picking up from Gambia.
Join our demonstrating to hold our promise. It was concurrent time to Hello, I'm a sixth grade student. I want to say congratulations to all the graduates for felicitation. Merci. Hello, I'm Mariamba. I'm a sixth grade student.
I think it's singer.
Okay, Doctor, I think that is for the national anthem. We heard from the young girl singing the Gambia's national anthem. Over to you, Doctor.
All right. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you so much. If you have anything, please just to drop it in the chat so we can follow up with you. So do we have our keynote speaker among us? I see these beautiful and great faces. Aisha, could you support?
Yes, the keynote speaker is not here with us here, but we have her message with us. So I will read out the keynote speaker's name and her bio, and she can come up, we hear from her.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, the keynote speaker. She's working at the African Union Commission Department of Education, Science and Technology and Innovation, a woman of principle with a high sense of leadership, dedicated and multidisciplinary worker, gifted to work in a multicultural and multilingual environment. She is Madam Chantal Belempati. Can we have Madam Chancellor speak with us?
Okay.
The executive director, the board chairman, the partners of Aya Research Lab, staff, the graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense pleasure and satisfaction that I am taking the floor to share some ideas on the importance of innovation in Africa's education and the advantages to policymakers. Of all, allow me to express my gratitude to the management of the African Youth Architect Research Lab for giving me the opportunity to exchange on ways to better education on the continent, our continent, Africa, yes. I would also like to congratulate the first batch of the Create and Innovate in SDG4 program, who will receive their certificates today, and who is indeed committed to foster quality education across the continent. Let me also commend the Pan-African spirit of this worthy initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know what architect stands for. It is someone who designs buildings and most of the time supervises their construction. You know, designing always involves creativity, while supervision entails quality control. The African architect
No voice, dears. If we adjust the video, our graduates are not hearing anything. Likewise here. My colleagues, Aisha and others, no voice.
The sound is not coming. Doctor, I believe we have to switch to another speaker, please. Doctor, can we have
colleagues, can we have the guest
we-
speakers and then we turn back to our keynote speaker video?
Yes, can we have the doctor? We can have the next speaker since the
Yes.
voice is not coming. Yeah.
Yes. Since I joined the graduation ceremony, the first face I have seen is Mr. Muhammad Aydin. I have graduated from Turkey, so the name is really I'm very familiar with the name. So welcome, Mr. Muhammad Aydin.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, I will read out the short bio of Mr. Muhammad Aydin. Doctor, if you allow me.
Sure, go ahead.
All right. Dr. Muhammad Aydin is a founder of Egyptian, coordinates Dr. Muhammad Aydin is the 2022 Outstanding Teacher of the Year in Turkey, award-winning teacher of e-twinning, Europe's largest education community, and Global Teacher Prize Top 50 finalist. We have Dr. Muhammad Aydin with us here to give us a speech. You're welcome, Dr. Muhammad Aydin.
Thank you, Aisha. Hello, everyone. This is Muhammad Aydin from Turkey, Global Teacher Prize Ambassador and Teacher of the Year here. Before making my speech, it's my great honor to thank the wonderful AYA team for inviting me to the special graduation event today. And also, I would like to congratulate and cheer up the graduates of this wonderful program, the brand new architects of the future. As for the theme, is there any problem with my voice, Doctor? Can you all hear me?
No, we're hearing you very well.
Okay, great, thank you. As the theme of today, Sustainable Development Goal 4, which is quality education, also which is my goal as a teacher. Sustainable Development Goal 4 is about, as we might all know, quality education, and it is one of the sustainable goals defined by United Nations in September 2015. This goal ensures that all girls and boys complete pre-primary and secondary schooling by 2030. It also aims to provide equal access to affordable vocational training, to eliminate gender and wealth discriminations, and achieve universal access to a quality higher education. If we check the statistics, they will indicate that primary education in developing countries has reached out 91%, which is a global success meeting, yet 103 million youths worldwide lack basic literary skills, and unfortunately, more than 60% of these individuals are women. And at this point, what AYA has been doing since it was founded is responsible leadership, which I call this way, because I believe that education is the foundation for children, youth, and entire communities to reach their full potential. And you, dearest graduates, you have now witnessed the power of education, thanks to Aya, to change Africa and the world for the better. And you do have the privilege of holding the responsible leadership for a quality education in a sustainable world. And as a Global Teacher Prize ambassador, I really appreciate each of you for your dedication and courage to make a change, not only for yourself, but for the future of your nation as well. I would like to finish my speech with a beautiful saying that I like. It says, minds are like parachutes. They can only function if they are open. So, young leaders, keep opening your minds and hearts to infinite possibilities that will move you beyond your dreams. And I heard that your national anthem was very beautiful. And there was a saying there. It was saying, let us make Africa the life of three. I believe that you will make Africa the life of three. Thank you for all. Thank for inviting me here for this special event. I'm as much excited as you are today. It is as if I'm graduating. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you. You can move on.
Thank you, Dr. Mohammed. If you can write that saying in the chat, we will really appreciate, because some of our graduates wants to have the saying. So if you drop it in the chat, we'll appreciate. Thank you again and again. Let's have our next speaker. Aisha, please, if you read the biography. Mr. Sayuka Kamara. Welcome.
Okay. Mr. Sayuka Kamara. All right. Okay, if we have Mr. Sayuka Kamara here with us, Mr. Sayuka Kamara is an author of Testimony of African Immigrants, A Promise to My Fatherland, Testimony of an African Immigrant to Relentless Audacity and Africa Through a Mirror. We have a continent to build, international motivational speaker and a seasonal storyteller. It's like we don't have Mr. Sayuka Kamara here with us right now. Doctor, I believe we can move on to another speaker while we wait on Mr. Sayuka Kamara to join later on.
I am available here.
Okay. Welcome, Doctor.
All right, we have him here.
So please, you are most welcome.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for having me. Thank you, Aisha, for that warm introduction. Also like to extend my greetings to all the other speakers who made some time to come and join the young people of our continent in such a very, very important event, which pretty much we are here to usher them into the global market now. I'm not only going to say the African market, but the global market, since we are now living in a global value chain. I would also like to congratulate our graduates for achieving such a milestone in their individual lives. For some of them, a huge milestone for their families. For some of them, a huge milestone for their countries. And for all of them, a huge milestone for our continent. I don't want them by any means for them to consider this particular achievement as minor, not by the mere fact that they are not in person to receive their degrees, not because of the world did not gather around to clap and cheer for them as they walk across the stage to receive their degrees, or not because they don't feel like they have been celebrated. Because I want to walk you through something very, very important here today. Yesterday evening, I walked down to the United Nations headquarters just to prepare myself to talk to you today, to look at the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goal 4, and what it emphasizes and what it's looking for. And on the sidewalks at the United Nations headquarters at the entry gate, it says that the SDG4 stands, one of the things they're trying to achieve is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality basic education and to promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. And they are trying to achieve this milestone by 2030. Just to kind of remind you guys how successful you all are already in your career path and your individual path. Let me put this thing into perspective for you from an African perspective by giving you the state of education in the African continent. Because I believe all of you, for you to be here today, it meant at some point you completed primary education. For you to be here today, it meant at some point in your life you completed secondary education. Or to even go further, for you to be here today, it meant you completed high school education for you to be in the position that you are today. But let's look at the state of education in Africa. Globally, and you, the students or graduates rather, you can write some of these numbers down because I have only 7 minutes to talk to you. So I will use more mathematics than literature at this point. 59 million children of primary school age are out of school globally today. Globally. Out of that number, 38 million are resided in Africa. 38 million out of the 59 million children who are out of school today are in the African continent. That is 65% of all children out of school. And to even take it further, I'm sorry, give me 1 second. To even take it further, half of that 38 million that I just talked about will never in their lifetime step a foot in a classroom again, ever. Out of the 38 million, half of that number will never ever step a foot in a classroom again. You are talking about the population of Senegal and Gambia combined as a country that will never step a foot in a classroom. I just want you to understand how privileged position that you are in right now as graduates. And also for the Africa America Institute report, they reported that at any given point, you have about over 149 million people going to school in Africa. But out of that, they also said that only if you accumulate all the secondary schools in Africa, Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria, Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, South Africa, Zimbabwe, if you combine all the secondary schools in Africa, they can only accommodate about 30% of children who are of age going to school. So when you are in elementary school and you have about, let's say, 149 million African kids that are going to elementary school, at any given year, at any given point, if you combine all the secondary schools in Africa, they can only accommodate 36%. You are talking about 54 million students who are going to be in secondary school at any given point in a year. And that will leave a deficit of about 96 million people who will never make it past primary education. Their education stops at whether you call it grade 6, whether you call it primary 6, whatever you call it in your country, you have about, at any given point, 96 million children who will never go past primary education. Just to put it into perspective how lucky you are today. Let's take that number further. Let's say the 54 million children will all go ahead and complete senior secondary school at some point. Ignore the fact that there will be school dropouts due to lack of school fees or lack of school materials. Ignore the fact that due to the girl child being removed from school due to early marriage or their education not being prioritized over the boys. Ignore that. Ignore the fact that the students may be removed from school to support their families in their farms, to support their families in the market. Ignore that as well. Let's assume all 54 million at any given point, children in Africa go to junior secondary school. But if you combine all the high schools in the African continent as well, all the high schools, no more than 23 million will be able to enroll into high school at any given point throughout the African continent. That will also leave another deficit of about 31 million people whose education would only stop at, whether you call it 9th grade or whether you call it Form 1, Form 2, I don't know what you call it in your country. But in Gambia and Sierra Leone, which most of you are from, if I'm correct, their education stops at the 9th grade. Think about that. Now, if you think about in the context of West Africa, the giants of Africa, the economic powers of Africa, Nigeria, at any given point, Nigeria graduates 1.7 million high school graduates at every given point. Every year, Nigeria will give us 1.7 million high school graduates. But if you combine all the tertiary institutions, whether it's the vocational schools, the universities, the colleges, the training schools, they can only accommodate 300,000 students per year in Nigeria. So meaning in Nigeria, at any given point, you have about 1.3, 1.4 million people who are going to complete high school, and that's the farthest they will ever go in their lives. Or if you are from East Africa, you look at the numbers in Kenya, which is also the economic superpower of East Africa, at any given point, Kenya is graduating over 300,000 students from high school, but they can only enroll 50,000 in tertiary institutions. At any point in Kenya, you also have over 250,000 young people half educated, unskilled, untrained, roaming our African continent looking for opportunities. This is the reality of Africa that we live in right now. Now to you, just to make the numbers even more realistic for you. At any given point in Africa, you have over 27 million people who are prepared to enroll in a vocational school, in a university, in a college at some point. But if you combine all the vocational schools in Africa, all the tertiary schools, all the universities, all the colleges, they cannot enroll no more than 5 million people at a time. That will leave a deficit of 23 million young Africans who are willing to get into school that they will not even be able to get to it because of, number one, access, tuition, whatever the case may be. They could be qualified and they will never step a foot into any tertiary education. This is your reality. This is how fortunate you people are. And this is how lucky you are. And for that reason, I would like to acknowledge and thank the IRIA organization for the tremendous work that they are doing to educate and uplift our continent out of poverty, because I solely believe education is the only sort of thing that can help Africa grab itself by its bootstrap to walk out of poverty into abundance. So thank you very much to the IRIA organization. Thank you to your board. Thank you to the leaders, and thank you to the organizers. And also to the students, thank you. As Africans, we have a moral obligation and even a duty to be intelligent as a people. We cannot afford to misbehave. We cannot afford to fail, because when we fail, our failure costs lives. At any given point, as you young graduates are today, In Africa, you have 11 million young people at any point who are ready to walk into the job market. But it takes the average African student graduate 5 years to find a sustainable, gainful employment in the continent. So for that reason, I will tell you, be prepared, young people. You have crossed one hurdle, and you're going to have many more hurdles to cross. But I want to challenge all of you here today. Whatever your degrees is in, whatever discipline you wish to practice in, whatever ambitions and things you have in life, this is going to be my path and message for all young Africans. And when you go home, I want you to share this same message with your friends and your families. Africa is at a stage where we need our young people to step up. And what do I mean by that? We need our young doctors not to just become young, fancy young people in scrubs. We need our young doctors to become healers. We need our engineers not only carry fancy degrees, we need our engineers to become problem solvers. We don't need economists that only learn how to debit and credit. We need economists that's going to become anti-corruption agents. We don't only need farmers we don't need agricultural graduates who's going to hold degrees, who don't know how the differences between a crop and a seed. We need our farmers to become nation feeders. We need our men and women who are going to serve in uniform to become the crusaders and the defenders of our dignity, our human rights, and our pride as Africans. Congratulations to you all, and I wish you the best for the rest of your life. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sioka. Thank you. So inspired message. Thank you for the wonderful speech. Yes, we do know you need people who know what are doing and why they are doing that and how they are doing. Thank you so much again, and let's have our third keynote speaker. Yeah.
Doctor, sorry, I have to leave here. I have to leave. Unfortunately, I'm having another conference in Turkey. They are writing me as a speaker face-to-face. Sorry, I have to leave for now, but I'm sure we will meet again. I'm always here for collaboration, for anything, for Africa and for the youth.
All right, Dr. Muhammad.
Thank you for everything. See you again.
Thank you so much, Dr. Muhammad. Thank you. All the luck for you and in your career. Thank you much. We do appreciate your joining our ceremony. Thank you. See you again.
Doctor, 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. Just to thank Muhammad for his time. Let me thank him in his language. Çok teşekkür ederiz. Gerçekten çok güzel bir konuşma verdin. Ya bu yüzden yani çok teşekkür ederiz. Allah'a emanet.
Rica ederim. Allah'a emanet olun. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It was my great pleasure. It was my great. Thank you. Siz de sağ olun.
Sağ olasın. Görüşürüz Dr. Muhammad.
You are all great people. I'm really happy to be here with you today. University students here in Turkey waiting me. I'm in a hotel right now. They are waiting me in the conference hall. I hope to meet you again one time soon. And congratulations, guys. I'm pretty sure that you will make a change in Africa and for the world youth. So I don't want to say goodbye. I want to say see you soon.
İnşallah. Görüşürüz. Teşekkürler.
Allah'a emanet olun.
Sağ ol. Thank you, Abdulhai. Thank you for your beautiful glance. To thank Dr. Muhammad in his national language. Aisha, if we can introduce the third guest speaker, Mr. Dr. Hilary.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Doctor. Our next speaker will be Mr. Hilary Taylor. Mr. Hilary is a graduate student of international relations at Harvard University. Hilary is a compassionate and seasonal human rights activist, a critical thinker, and a young thought challenging the status quo in his home country, Uganda, and the world at large. Mr. Hilary, you are welcome.
Well, thank you so much. I would first of all also reiterate the same message that the anthem of the Gambia, it was my first time to listen to it and it was so beautiful. So I really liked the line that says, let's make Africa the tree of life. That's a very powerful line. And indeed, I believe that very soon we shall make this to become a reality as young people who are doing dramatic changes in our communities or different respective countries. So I want to start by saying that good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, in all respective dignitaries, and congratulations to the African Youth Architects class of 2022. I'm profoundly honored and exceedingly humbled to be invited and address you on this important historic milestone event. To all the graduates of Aya Research Lab, I offer my best wishes to you as you take this exciting phase of your lives to bring fundamental change in your respective countries. The Gambia, Sierra Leone, Africa, and the rest of the world will significantly rely on your knowledge, your discernment, and your empathy for those that are less privileged than you. I am glad that you have chosen Sustainable Development Goal 4 of the United Nations agenda, which advocates for quality education for all children and youth. As we all know, of course, it is true that education is the mother of all sustainable development goals. And without education, it will be so hard for the United Nations to achieve any of the sustainable development goals. So the emphasis or the priority that we can give to education plays an imperative role to enable United Nations achieve all the SDGs come 2030. After graduation, of course, we ask ourselves a very critical question: what next? What next can I do as a graduate? What impact can I create in my community? What changes can I bring in my country? That's a very good question that each and every graduate, ask him or herself whenever they finish, any learning institution achievement. So we can collectively do a lot to ensure that every child in school is learning and also is able to realize their potential, because without education, it is so hard to make it in this life today, which is so complex. As Nelson Mandela Madiba said, that education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. Indeed, he was correct, because without education, it is so hard to make it in the world today. Therefore, you are now well trained by the Aya Research Lab to use your immense stature to address the education crisis that we have today. So ladies and gentlemen, as I speak to you right now, we have a global education crisis whereby over 270 million children are out of school, not by choice, but because of different push and pull barriers. And this is why we have issues like COVID-19 pandemic, poverty, disability, teenage pregnancies, child marriages. Imagine children going to schools on empty stomachs. They cannot focus on school. Imagine schools, having teachers, but they don't have scholastic materials. Imagine children who are studying under the trees. They are walking miles and miles to access an education. Imagine, children who are coming from poor families, mainly the girl child, who is missing school because they cannot afford to buy sanitary hygienic products. So we have a lot of challenges or barriers that are denying these children the right to education. So I want you to take only 3 seconds and imagine your childhood without education. What would you be? It will be difficult to make it in this world today. So because of education, whether it is formal or informal, you are who you are today. So let's make this a reality by making sure that each and every child in the Gambia, in Africa, in Sierra Leone, in the rest of the world, they're in school and learning to also realize their potential. We have also to remember that we have only 8 years to the deadline of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So the question is, are we able to achieve SDG4? Because if you look at all the targets or the goals of SDG4 in your respective countries, the Gambia, Sierra Leone, even my own country, Uganda, we still have a lot to do in order to be able to achieve SDG4 come 2030. Therefore, we are still far from where we need to be, and we are to be assured of continued progress if at all we collectively rise up as young people on the continent to make sure that we fix the mess in our respective countries. The current learning crisis threatens the future of entire generations in our countries. So I implore you, ladies and gentlemen, to add your voice to the cause of justice. Help the children and the youth wherever you are. You, the graduates of IR Research Lab today, taking up this cause of SDG4, it means that you are the greatest cause to justice. I will conclude by saying that I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to be a force of change and collectively do our part to ensure that SDG4 is achieved come 2030. It is possible, and for all generations to come and not to hold us accountable. Because if it comes to 2030 and we don't achieve SDG4, then as young people in our time, we shall be held accountable for failing to do something. So let's not take that responsibility of being held accountable. We can do it collectively. As you finish, you graduate today, we can think about different impacts we are going to create in our respective countries. So I challenge you as you go back today, think about something small you can initiate in your community or a project. You can say that I'm going to start fundraising books. Have an achievable, realistic goal. You can say each term I want to fundraise 200 books for for maybe one school. You can say each term I'm going to fundraise 500 sanitary pads or 100 sanitary pads in my village, in my community. By doing such small things, you're going to create a bigger impact to ensure that all the children are in school and learning to realize their potential. So I will echo the words of Malala Yousafzai, who said that one child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. Let's be all be the change that we want to see in the world today, not only in Africa, but everywhere. So I believe that as young Turks, we have the potential. So let's act now and be the change that we want to see. I once again say congratulations to all of you, and I wish you Godspeed. I thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Harry. Thank you for this message. Thank you again, and congratulations again and again for our graduates. Let's have now a story, an African storytelling. Mr. Yahya Sonko. Aisha, did I pronounce the name correct?
Yes,
is
you
Mr.
did. You
Yahya with
pronounced the
us?
name correctly. Yahya Sonko.
Okay.
Yes.
So please enjoy the performance, the Kora performance. Colleagues, if you can support. Fatima, no sound, no voice. we would love to hear the music.
Yeah, sure. We would love to hear the music. Doctor, as we have no time, as we have less time on our side, I believe we can move on to another next agenda as we wait for the team to help us with the sound.
All right. So let's see if we can wait for minutes.
Hey everyone, my name is Yaya Sonko and I am really excited to play Kora for you. But first, I know some of you we have already met and some we haven't met or we have not seen each other. And even the ones I have met also might not know that I play Kora. But although I'm not a griot, but I came from a griot matrimonial home, meaning my mother is a griot. And I studied this instrument from my mother's brothers, that's my uncles, and my cousins and my nephews and all those ones who play the kora. And I am always proud of my African culture. Today I'm in Finland. I'm doing my second master's degree. Even though I'm into academics, but I always travel with my African culture and I always embrace myself with my African culture all the time. Yeah, because one should be proud to be African. Yes, because there is a lot of things that we can be proud about. And today, actually, I'm recording this because unfortunately I cannot attend the event because I'll be working tomorrow. So this is like a day before I'm doing this recording. But I just have to say congratulations to all of you. I am really excited for all of you. And I hope the knowledge you acquire from the whole process or the whole journey will benefit you somewhere in your life. And with that being said, I don't want to keep on talking a lot because I know that there's so many other things that you're going to do in the event. So I'm just going to play just one song for you, although I cannot sing, but I'm just going to play this song for you. And this song is one of my favorite songs because it's a song dedicated to Samori Toure, and almost all of you knew about Samori Toure. You have seen the name in history books and social and environmental studies or any other books related to African civilization, tradition or culture or African society. So Samori Toure is one of the most strong head against the French colonialism in West Africa. And the way the griot people record history is not by writing it in the book, but by composing a song and capturing the entire events into this. And then they pass this down to the subsequent generations. And by doing so, keeping the history alive. Yeah. So that's the song I'm going to play for. Is one of my really, really favorite songs. And the kora is tuned in Tomora. Tomora is one of the scales. So that's Samori Toure for you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was really an amazing speech and amazing music. Thank you for for Mr. Yahya Sonko. Thank you. We're coming to the end of the graduation ceremony, and it's the time to hear the voice of the graduates. So let's welcome Mr. Muhammad Umar Osman to give us the letter or the message of the graduates. Is Mr. Muhammad with us?
I'm afraid
Muhammad Osman.
I'm afraid he's not here with us today.
Okay, he's not here. Is the message recorded or documented so we can display the message?
No.
Colleagues, all right.
No.
Okay. Okay. So let's introduce again and again our President, Mr. Abdel Hay, to close the ceremony and to give the awards to the graduates. Dr. Abdel Hay, you're more welcome.
Thank you, Doctor. The name is Abdullahi. It's not Abdul Hayy.
I'm sorry again, Abdullahi.
Yeah, it's Abdullah. It's an Arabic name. Thank you very much for your time, Doctor. And I would like to thank again for our keynote speakers. I also once again congratulate our graduates today. Thank you. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Before I give the platform to my colleague, Kadi, to close the graduation ceremony officially, I would like to call some of our graduates for their tremendous contribution during the course of the training. We will give 3 awards today. Two of them will be group awards. No, I mean, one of them will be group award. 2 will be individual awards. The first award will go to the best group, the best research group, the best group that have prepared the best paper for their teamwork and for their collaboration amongst themselves, and the magnificent work that they have presented. So I would like to call my friends, AYA team, to. Can you hear me all? I would like to call my AYA colleagues to present the first award to the best group, the best research group. To present the first
Adi, if you close the mic, so we continue with Mr. Abdullahi.
AYA team, can you please present the first award to the best group? Congratulations, Group 3. May we give them a round of applause, Group 3. The second award will go to Best Research Paper. So this is an individual award. Like to award the best person who prepared the best research paper, the best journal. The second award, please. Congratulations, our three friends, our three graduates, for your amazing paper. The last award will go to the best participant, the person who contributed tremendously during the course of the training. And that person was active all the time. He was engaging with his peers, with his groups, and also with us, his instructors. So the third award will go to Aya, please. Over to you. Best participant. Congratulations to you all. If you see the names of the people who've given the best award for the best participation, means that all of you, or 98% of you, got this award, means that our secret is to not leave no one behind. So you've all contributed, and we learn more from you during the training, particularly me as your instructor, when we've been doing the effective writing skills and also research methodology topics. I learned more from you, and I've no doubt that you will make a perfect contribution and tremendous contribution for development of your communities in the short term and long term. Congratulations once again. I would like to give the floor to Dr. Busaina Nazal. Over to you, Doctor.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. It was really a great effort from Aya Research Lab. Congratulations again for our amazing graduates. We do believe that you have a future and you will change. You will definitely change the future of Africa. We wish to have in person next program in person in Africa. Now let's close the ceremony with Mrs. Kadi. She is the Aya Education Director. So Miss Kadi, if you are with us, welcome. Please close the ceremony. Over to you, dear.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to others. My name is Kadi Mamo. I am Education and Research Director, and today it is an honor to be. I'd like to honor our guests, fellow faculties, members, graduates, family, and friends. Can you all hear me? Hello?
Very well, very well.
Okay, thank you. On the behalf of Aya Research Lab team, I am most pleased and honored to offer congratulations to all our newest graduates. Congratulations, class of 2022. Before I would like to repeat it again, congratulations, because it's not an easy task to get to this point. Not at all. Congratulations to our outstanding achievement students. All of you are in this basket of achievement. Because the title doesn't matter, the effort and commitment you all have bring in. Your hard work, your reserve have prepared you to enter in a professional career, have a very significant impact on your every human encounter that you're facing. Make impact as you go. And always remember the support you have received from friends, IS faculty, family, those loved ones that are not even known to all. Make sure you carry this knowledge and put it into good use. For today, you're all sit and watch all of us with this beautiful smile, singing the song of in your ears. Doesn't mean that's where it stops or that's where it begins. No, it is a milestone to move to the next level of achievement. The journey of life is a journey that never ends. So every achievement doesn't mean the beginning or the ending. It's a surplus to be further for the journey. It's a surplus to make you understand the value of putting a great impact to the society. So today, class of 2022, as you all walk out with this great knowledge that no one power, the right, the authority to take away from you except one person who is the creator of the universe. He alone is the only one that to take this knowledge away from you. Nobody else, not I, not Abdullah that have conducted the research, not Fatu, the brain master, Imanzi, our greatest supporter, not you, the number one builder. Nobody can take it away from you. It is a knowledge you have acquired that you shall use to conquer and win and come out with victory. So please don't walk away. Do not see this achievement as the beginning or the ending, but see it as a milestone, as one great achievement that will prepare you, that will set you up for the greater future. Based on my experience, my observation, I have seen the commitment you all have put in, a level of work you all have contributed. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for your effort, your time, the willingness, the step of just registering and getting to the ending point of this research. I want to say, as you enter the world and beyond, I would like you to consider the words of a great writer, a great motivator speaker that I know, Roosevelt. I don't know if many of you are familiar with him. He said, it is not the criticism you count, the person who points out how the others stumble or where the doors of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to valiantly, who may err and come up short again and again, but actually strive to do spend themselves in a worthy cost, and who the worst if they fail, at least fail while daring great. The reason why I came up with this quote from him, it's because I want you to understand something. You might have achieved this knowledge. Think you are able to conquer the war alone. No. I'm gonna be honest with you. No. Take your partners that you acted with alongside to work effectively and put this knowledge that you have acquired in good, how will I put it, for the perfect word to use, or something close to perfection, in a very significant way. Never forget to visit. Oh my God, that's my, forget to visit. And shower me with all your achievements you have achieved moving forward. Never forget to keep in touch with us. Never forget to bring along others as you go. Do not consider yourself only just because you have graduated with a certificate, but consider yourself as a whole. Some of you, we shall see you again, and some I shall never see. Some I shall bump into you all in the future with great impact, and I will be so proud to say, yes, we did it. And some of you who know the future, my kids and your kids will be mingling and tangling with the great achievements you all have created to comfortable world that today they're benefiting from. So, class of 2022, congratulations once again, and thank you for your help and commitment. And while listening, one of our guest speakers did mention about how people is struggling when it comes to education, how many do not have the opportunity to attend or further their schooling, how some have dropped out, how the numbers of people that are facing, I would say, how numbers of people facing the lack of acquiring this knowledge, pursuing the knowledge due to the lack of resources, but yet we keep it to ourselves and refuse to share it among others. How if you put up this sum, it could come up to a whole country like Senegal population. And this is why, as Aya African Youth Architects, we are here to work together as a team to make that, to make sure that we eradicate anything that has to do with lack of knowledge. So class of 2022, as you all graduate, walk out there. Do not hold the certificate and put it under your bed and sleep and brag about it. I want you all to go out there, do your research. No, I want you all to step out there, do research, make efforts. Any effort is not little. Make all the efforts you can, gather all the information you get. Keep connecting, build that channel until you are at your last breath of not being able to that peaceful environment. Please, let's help each other. Let's help each other and educate each other. So please, please, please, I am begging my knees and I'm please saying, please, do not put the certificate under your pillow. Do not digest it with a bottle of. Please, I am begging you as you walk out there, make good use of this knowledge you have acquired. The certificate is just an ordinary paper. What is in here is what is the most. What Abdullah and many others have sat down late nights creating for you all to understand. The amazing projects you all have wrote, submitted, worked on, analyzed on. Please do not put it under the table and digest it with a bottle of Fanta. I want you all an impact of this. For education has no limit. The more you acquire, the more you gain, the more you become more aware, and the more powerful you become. If only you understand the power of knowledge. Oh Lord, I would not joke with it. So I'm gonna stop here. And I'm going to congratulate class of 2022. I will give you guys a round of applause. May the good Lord be with you all, as you all walk there with your great knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kadi. Thank you for your messages. Thank you. Congratulations and again to all our graduates, and we wish to see you making a difference. Thank you.
And دكتور خليني أشكرك لوقتك. شكرا لوقتك ولقيادتك ولكل شيء، والله كانت جيدة وحلوة ما شاء الله. الله يبارك فيك دكتور.
Okay, before we leave, as I introduce Dr. officially, I would also officially like to thank Dr.
شكرا كثير،
for...
شكرا أنا عن جد انبسطت.
Okay, as I officially introduce Dr. to officially host the event, I will officially again thank her for hosting this wonderful event today. It is African Youth Architects Research Lab create and innovate SDG4. It was amazing having you, Doctor, and then all various speakers here today. The guests that are with us and the participants, the entire team. We thank you all for making it today, and we thank the participants, the graduates, for the wonderful research, the wonderful journey, and everything. That we cannot thank the speakers enough for making this wonderful ceremony a success. Thank you all. Thank you, Doctor, for hosting the event. Thank you to Abdullah and the team and the entire team of African Youth Architects. And also thank you to the wonderful guests who are with us here.
Thank you, Aisha. Thank you. Thanks for you as well. Congratulations. See you, inshallah, for next diploma. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, EYA, for short an opportunity to us. I say big thank you to all you, to all of the organizers. All right, thank you all.